Welcome back, everyone. This is the Plastic Action Hour. My name is Billy. You are watching us live here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're back with another sponsored video from our friends at I Sell Toys for Fun. I'll get into that in a minute. Do me a favor. Press pause right now. Do it. Don't even listen to what I'm about to say and hit that subscribe button below. Do me a favor. It helps the channel immensely if you turn on notifications and subscribe to Plastic Wax and Donuts here on YouTube and know every single time something from me or the guys goes live. Today, again, we're back with a brand new sponsored video from our friends at I Sell Toys for Fun. Today, we're taking a look at the brand spanking new. It's not even in focus. It's so new. Ooh, it's here from the future. Spider-Man 2099 from the guys at Medicom Toys and Mafex. And man, I've been waiting on this one for a while. I got Mafexed, as Rosa likes to call it a few times. I've been waiting for this figure. This figure was supposed to be out in December. And December came along, and I'm sitting here on my thumbs, and I'm like, no figure. January comes along. For all the crap I left behind, I still don't have my fig. Oh, well, whatever. It's fine. Still don't have my fig. It's Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. My wife and I are going out to dinner. I'm constantly looking at my phone. I'm trying to figure out, is my Mafex Spider-Man here yet? Nope. Still not here. March rolls around. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm shipping up to Boston. Nothing. So here we are. It's April. It's finally here, and man, I gotta say, I'm pretty stoked. Now, recently, if you guys watched the Plastic Action Hour, you know I got my hands on last year's wildly popular Mafex. No, excuse me, not Mafex. Let's roll that back here for a second. The wildly popular Mezco Spider-Man 2099, and I gotta tell you, I'm a huge fan of it. I also have a Marvel Legends one, an SH Figure Arts one. Well, you know what? You're going to see them all during this video because I'm probably just going to pop a comparison in here. But this Mafex Spider-Man has a couple things that I really like about it. And I know I'm just rambling on, and you're probably like, well, Billy, shut up and just open the damn figure. But removable black back plates, a couple different heads here. I'm excited about the metallic paint too. And I'm not sure that this is going to live up to the Mezco. I mean, honestly, I don't think anything really can. But from what I've seen on friends' Instagram pages, shout out to my boy Josh, aka Toys Kicking It, who's already posted photos with this figure. He's had it for a couple days now. I'm pretty jacked, to say the least still. Now, I'm not one of those people who's going to come on here and Rocco the Great anything I touch. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, if you bought this figure, you're an idiot. So without further ado, I'm going to speed up the footage and, well, I don't know where my blade is today, so with the magic of CGI, AI, and technology, let's unbox this son of a bitch. Let's go.
Created in August of 1992 by Peter David and Rick Leonardi, Miguel O'Hara is an employee of the Alchemex Corporation who quickly rises through the ranks of the genetics division. During this time, O'Hara creates a genetic program that will eventually recreate super soldiers called Corporate Raiders, inspired by the events of Peter Parker's Spider-Man. After O'Hara loses his first test subject, Miguel tells then CEO Tyler Stone that he wishes to resign from the Alchemex Corporation and discontinue his research. Rather than letting Miguel leave, Stone then tricks Miguel into taking a highly addictive Alchemex exclusive drug by the name of Rapture, which genetically bonds with the user. Now, during this time, Miguel deals with addiction and is kicked out of Alchemex. After recalling that he used his own genetic code in his machine's databanks for the initial experiments, using it almost as a human DNA test sample, Miguel brazenly sneaks back into Alchemex to rewrite his genetic code and free himself from the addiction of Rapture. Now, it gets worse during this process. While Miguel is rewriting his DNA, a former subordinate of his, Aaron Delgado, sneaks into Miguel's then former office and sabotages the machines, causing Miguel's DNA to be rewritten. And not just rewritten in any way, but now it is 50% Miguel O'Hara's DNA and 50% Spider DNA. This gives Miguel O'Hara all of the powers of Peter Parker's Spider-Man, as well as a gain of talent on his hands and feet, and paralytic venom via fangs. Now, yes, I'm sure you're going to be listening to this, and I totally space on it later in the video, and also make fun of me. I just said feats. Miguel's story gets deeper from here, and if you want to know more, I highly recommend reading that original 2099 run. But for now, the figure's out of the box. Maggie's trying to climb on the table. Let's get back to it.
All right. You better not be like me. You better do some Steiner math and make sure you get yourself a Ziploc bag before you open this figure, because Spider-Man 2099 comes with 16 total hands, including the hands that are on there. 2 magnetic hands, too, which are awesome. A Mafex staple that other companies like CT Toys have actually ingrained into their figures. Magnetic feet as well. Just always a plethora of coolness with the guys from Mafex. I've noticed that if you try to actually put it on one of your cases, if you try to stand them sideways, it will work. I know one of my Mafex Spider-Mans is sitting under my fabric core, sitting upside down like this, which is pretty funny. I love that about it. But, you know, putting this up against a couple other Spider-Man figures, this is right up there. And honestly, if you're a Mafex collector or if you're a Mezco collector, it's going to be one or the other. For me, it's both. I have a deep, impassioned love for the story of Miguel O'Hara. It was one of my favorite stories as a kid. I love Rick Leonardi. I've met him a few times. He's awesome. But what really makes this figure extra special is that cut cape, that cut web cape that he has. You know, like I said, I broke the SH Figure Arts one very quickly on. I love that instead of a long flowing cape, we got kind of more of the original comic style short cape, which is great. I'm glad he doesn't have the digital webs. He's very reminiscent of the 1990s character that we all grew up knowing and loving. The paint app is incredible. The one thing I'm not too keen on, this head sculpt. I feel like this head sculpt could be a little more detailed. We could have gotten a screaming face with fangs. That would have been cool too. But the secondary mask head is very good. There we go. Right in frame. Perfect. But I like it. All right, my friends, let's talk a little more about Miguel O'Hara. First things first, as you know, we just unboxed this incredible Mafex Miguel O'Hara. What a great figure. We literally got Mafexed. We waited for a while on this. So it was supposed to be out in either January or February. It took a little while longer to get here than we expected, but it came out fantastic. I love the posable cape on it. I love the arm inserts for the webs. It gives it a much better look, a more clean, wonderful metallic look. I'm really stoked on this. I think everything about this figure so far is cool, except for that piece of web that we kept talking about. And there's one other small thing I'm going to discuss here in a second that could have been better from Mafex to give it a more determined look, but that's okay. Let's get him out of the way. First things first, let's look at his Marvel Legends counterpart. This is the retro carded Marvel Legends counterpart, and it's cool, but I mean, this is what you would call a $25 figure. He's very basic. Yeah, he has butterfly shoulders and a removable cape that has no deco to it. So, you know, customizers are probably going to have to do a lot to make this figure more what they want it to be. I feel the paint apps are a little off the wall on this one, and the logo looks kind of off-center. Well, not off-center, but too long. Now, as you can see, logo is comic accurate on the Mafex, but the Hasbro one, they took a little bit of liberty on it. They kind of gave it a cross between the movie and the regular. I remember this figure being super hot when it first came out too, and people wanting it. It has interchangeable hands. It's double jointed, but it's pinned. And, well, a little too metallic for my taste. I want it to be more of that dull metallic, kind of like the Mafex is, which is nice. So this one, I'm sorry, for me, but not for you Marvel Legends collectors. Again, like FOMO Joe likes to say, you can't build a universe just buying Mafex figures, so this will have a place in somebody's collection. And honestly, I just don't like the way the legs were. The hips were a little too far apart, and that never sat right with me, so he's going to go off to the side here. Up next, let's put him up against this incredible Mezco exclusive Mezco Spider-Man 2099. As you can see, he's got the textured suit, which is soft goods. A little bit more to him. The soft goods cape, not interchangeable, which kind of stinks, and his secondary head doesn't fit all the way on the ball peg, but there's one thing that I love about it more than the other two figures. I love the fact that he's got his fangs on his face, and you can actually see the fangs there. So like when he transforms, or, you know, how it happens, you know, I forget, it's been a while. Don't shoot the messenger. But when he gets into that mode, as we're going to call it, you know, you can see it there. I also love the accents here in the suit, and that he comes with his communicator. So that was a nice add-on there. That's an L from Mafex, not including that with the figure. So right there alone, that has a place in our collection. Last but not least, you can't even compare these two. This is the SH Figure Arts Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara. What a figure. So different, so detailed. You can see the cybernetic detailing through his suit. Very accurate to the movie with his, as Miles likes to call it, watch. Absolutely a phenomenal figure. One of my favorite figures I've ever bought from I Sell Toys for Fun. This was a review when it came out in 2023 through a bunch of nerds. You can actually watch it right here, right there. Oop, I hit the camera. Sorry, I'll just put a tag up there for y'all so you can watch it if you want to. But I think all four of these figures, for individual collectors and Spider-Man 2099 enthusiasts, do have a place in your collection. The Marvel Legends one is not going to be staying in mine, unfortunately, but this is a phenomenal upgrade, plain and simple. In closing, this is the Mafex Spider-Man 2099 brought to us from our friends at I Sell Toys for Fun, where you can pick this figure up now. Save yourself 10% with code DONUTS10 on your first order, and get free shipping on figures over $100. You can get yourself this Spider-Man 2099, and it's awesome. Let me tell you, Mafex did a phenomenal job. Small micro complaints, but one thing that stands out above the rest that I really love about this is the actual paint app. I think this might be the best painted Miguel O'Hara figure we've seen so far. That metallic paint really is going to make it stand out in your case, especially if you're posing it where he's just kind of floating in the air on his stand with that red iconic foil cover from the 1990s where he's jumping down with his clawed hands and his cape waving in the wind. But that's it for this episode of the Plastic Action Hour. My name is Billy. Please make sure to follow me on social media. My tag is right there. See it? You can find me. It's not hard. And for all things pop culture, action figures, I don't even know what else we do. Action figures, music, all that fun stuff. Keep it locked. PlasticWaxandDonuts.com. But in the meantime, do me a favor. Keep calm. Collect on. And I'll see you in the next one.